Phillip Lindsay joining us on Texans Radio right now. Phillips, how do you feel the OTA part of this season went? Your introduction to Houston, everything from in the building to the practice field.
Yeah, everything went smooth. I think that, this is my first time ever having to leave state. Honestly, I played high school in Colorado. I went to University of Colorado. And I played with Denver. So for me, I was comfortable. So coming here was out of my comfort zone. I have a 1-year-old son and a fiance, and so it was new for us. So we was already shell shocked at the beginning. So I was already on edge and really protective over that because I never had to leave. We got to the building, and you get around your teammates, and even though you don't know them now, but you've played against a lot of them because we're all new, pretty much. And it's just good to get in there and we all feel the same. We're all trying to do the same things. And, that's one goal is to win. Come in here and do our part. There's a reason why they brought us in here, not to just twiddle our fingers and pick our noses, but to come up with ways to be explosive and win. So seeing my teammates and seeing their motivation and what they want to prove, it made me feel a lot more comfortable because the kind of guy I am is I like to compete and I'm fiery. And I want to win, and I'm tired. Already tired of people talking about us like bad ways when they don't even know what's going to happen. So, yeah.
You're not going to get that from us. Phillip, I think we learned everything that we needed to know about you back in 2018 because I was standing about 10 yards away when a former player for the Texans hit you on a swing route. And I thought he's done. Like, there's no way he's getting up. And you pop right back up. You got in his face and you continued on with that game. I thought, this is a tough dude. And I continued to watch your career blossom. And the one thing that comes to mind when I watch you is you play with such a chip on your shoulder, it seems. It feels like you go out on the field, just like you said, you want to prove people wrong, yet you played at such a high level. Where does that chip on your shoulder come from, the way you play?
I think that's who I am anyway. I'm a fiery person. I'm mean. When I get on the field, like I'm all in on my teammates. That's all I care about. I'm going to do everything I got. I'm 190 pounds. You're going to get 190 pounds of me. That's it. But I'm going to do all I have to do for us to win the game. I think more so it was not being drafted. Feeling like I got disrespected with that, as you guys, seen, and feeling like I had to go from the ground up. They gave me at the time before they got all the cute numbers where you get 1, 2, if you was like a single digit number as an offensive player, you didn't have a chance to make the team. And I took that personal. So at the end of the day, I want to make sure that I have a double digit number. And every day I went out there and I just tried to make some plays, try to stay consistent with everything. And, once we got to the game, some people, for me, it was just slow motion, and I was able to just adapt to it, and I love the game, and I was able, to take what I have and run with it. You only get so much in this league, so you got to take and run with it when you can.
Phillip, you said it. You're from Colorado. You played your high school ball there, and didn't you break your dad's rushing record in high school? What was that whole dynamic like when you were hunting for that record? And I know helping the team win, but that came along with it. And then you had to rehab your knee and everything before college. Yeah. What was all of that like for you?
It was, the area that I was from, all the kids, we just had dreams. We didn't have money, but we always wanted to be in the NFL, wanted to go to college. And so we all pushed each other to stay, out of the streets, stay from the gangs, from the drugs, and just play football. And we were able to do that. And that's all I worried about. I didn't really care about my pop's record. I thought, if it came, it came, and it came. And honestly, I got hurt the next play after I broke it. So obviously it was meant to be. But after that, it's kind of, I never really thought about it after that. My pops was proud of me. And, it's something that it was special because I got to break it. And he was, in the DPS as well. So I think that was more of a special thing is, we stayed in the DPS. And then, like you said, I had a hellacious time with my knee. I just didn't have the money or resources to help me out. So I didn't know nothing about it. The only thing I had to go off of is watching YouTube videos of Adrian Peterson get his knee. And, Adrian Peterson had the money at the time to get what he needed to get. I'm thinking, he was just super bionic or whatever. So, but I got to college, and at one point I didn't even think I was going to be able to play. They told me that they didn't know if they were going to be able to get my knee straightened. So it was just a whirlwind of stuff. Finally, this man, Ted Lane, I'll never forget him. He saved my career. Worked with me every single day. Got my knees straight, redshirted my freshman year, and the rest was history. I just kept on getting better as that time. And I had the same mentality as I do now. And that's just work. I never cared about what people said. I'm always in there consistently. When people were asleep, I was in there working out. 12 o'clock at night, it didn't matter. I was always in there working out because I wanted to get the best out of me as I can. And it paid off as time went on. It didn't go how, a storybook ending would go as perfect, but God has this mysterious ways of helping you out and choosing a path if you choose the right path that you want to go on to help you out. So I believe in that.
Phillip, you mentioned a little earlier, you said we get all this 190 pounds, but we all know football players. By the end of the season, that 190 turns into 185, maybe down to 180. And so when you see a running back that's that size, you think, okay, he's a bounce runner. He's a guy that's going to show inside, but he's going to bounce. But we watch you, and it's like, no, he's going to hit an A and a B gaps. For people that haven't seen you play, how would you describe the way you run and what's important to you as a running back?
Yeah. So my father taught us at a young age. One thing he always told us is if you want to be a running back, you got to be able to run inside. So when we started, I was a fullback in Little League, and we did the wing T. So, you was always in stuff. So you were always having to maneuver around people and stuff. Well, that's training your body, is training your eyes to find little holes and things like that. And as I got older, I got faster, I got stronger, and I had the same mentality. I'm going to run inside because I don't need a bunch of space to make someone miss. I'm quick enough to make boom, boom, and get back upfield. I know I got to get point A to point B, and I know the fastest way is downhill, but I also know how to set people up. And as I got going, I learned how to be more patient with myself, patient with the pullers. And my type of running, I don't know. I'm a different type of runner. It's hard to get me because I'm a sleek runner. I'm not that bulky. So, I think that helps me. And I'm, littler, so it's hard to see me anyway. And I'm fast, but I'm also real strong. So, and, I don't know, what would you guys describe it as?
I know how I would describe it, and it's not going to come off the right way.
No, go ahead.
But I think it's an asset. I think you run angry.
Yeah.
I think you run angry. I feel like when I watch you, every single run, as I said earlier, it feels like you are going to take a 2-yard run, turn it to a 4-yard run. You can take a 4-yard run, turn it to a 6-yard run. If you got to run the DB over to pick up another 3 yards, you're going to do that. It feels like you are running angry on every run. Now, I think that's an asset. Because you got some guys that are going to Cadillac it and step out of bounds,
make a business
step
decision.
out of bounds. Yeah, they're going to make a business decision. And like I said, I was standing 10 yards away when Kareem hit you, and I thought, my goodness. And a lot of backs are like, put their hand up, come out of the game, and you stayed in the game, and you kept pounding away. And I was like, man. And the word angry can be a bad thing. It can be, you hear that and say, oh, that guy's angry, but exactly. That's not really what I'm trying to say, but just how you run is with such emphasis on, I'm going to make that guy pay. I'm going to make the right decision, the smart decision. And if I got to run through somebody, I'm going to do it. But you run angry. There's such force in everything that you do. That's how I would describe it.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I think it's the ability to pick up the force and the strength you have. Because the other thing is people get it twisted. Like you see somebody lifting weights and you're like, oh, they're strong. They're lifting. But can you correlate that to the field? Can you make this little 2 yards where you're in front of somebody? Can you conjure that up in your body to be able to explode out of there or hit somebody and keep going? That's what it's about. It's about being able to do things in a box, pretty much. And are you that powerful? Are you powerful or are you just strong?
Phillip, what can you tell us about the passing game part of being a running back and pass protection and this system and how that part of it's going for you so far? We have some video of you catching passes on air. We haven't seen a lot of the nitty gritty stuff, and I'm sure much of that is coming toward camp, but what can you share with us?
Oh, for sure. As a running back, you got to be able to do protection. Everybody can do protection. It's about the want and half the battle is knowing where you got to go. If you know who you got, point A to point B, you can set yourself up instead of guessing or thinking, and you put yourself in a situation where, you're not going to win. And I think this year they've done a really good job of this. I want to say maybe my rookie year, we also had the blocking system the same, and it was a lot. It's simpler for everybody to understand who they got, to the point where you just got to do your job to the best of your ability instead of always like I got him, and maybe him. Well, now you're thinking, and now you're hoping that you're in the right spot. Here, we're gonna be able to just be where we need to be. Boom, point A to point B, get the block, secure it. And that's gonna help me, the other running backs, out so much more to protect Tyrod this season, and that's what it's about. It's about keeping them clean. Now, it ain't got to be the prettiest block. I ain't tell you I'm going to sit here, but as long as that quarterback doesn't get touched, I've done my job. Catching wise, I feel good. This is the first year I feel like a team works on the screens. A team works on just like passing in general. I think that with Denver, we didn't do enough catching. And, it showed throughout the time, just because you're not comfortable and you get that opportunity to finally get one. And you're so excited to finally get one that you're like, oh, I can't drop this. I can't drop this. But here you're getting it so much. I mean, every individual we catch all the time, and you just get more comfortable with it. And that's what it's about. It's about comfortable. It's about being confident. For me, I'm ready to show, for some reason I got that stigma that I can't catch, it's funny because there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it that goes on with you, the quarterback, the route. Like it's a lot to it. And for me, it's just about going out here and being all around running back. And I think I'm gonna have a great opportunity to showcase that in this offense here.
Phillip, you mentioned earlier, and I think we all know you played high school. You played your entire life in Colorado.
Yeah.
And every time Marc and I go to Colorado, we wake up in the morning of a game and we can't breathe because the altitude is such a monster. Then you come here and you're getting a little bit of the humidity that we live in here. So I think I know the answer to this because you spent a life and you spent a few months.
Yeah.
But which one is worse, running in all that altitude or in this humidity?
No, it's honestly the humidity. Like I will say, like altitude, I've been, like you said, it's nothing new to me. I didn't even think about the altitude because I lived here my whole life.
Yeah.
But the humidity, I've never been somewhere where, and it's not even hot yet. And I've never been somewhere where you just walk outside and you sweat and it's so hot that you can like pick up you can just pick the air up and eat it. That's what it feels like. Like it's just, and so for me, it's like, okay, this is different, and you got to be able to hydrate and stuff. See, in Colorado is dry. Now it get hot in Colorado, but it's dry. All you have to worry about is your breathing and stuff like that. You get that down. Here, you got to worry about the heat. You still got to get conditioning. It doesn't matter if you're in Colorado or Houston. Conditioning is conditioning. So it's different. It really is different, But I can see the pros and cons of both sides.
Phillip, thanks so much for the time. We look forward to seeing you around the building and at training camp. Thanks.
All right, man. I'm excited, man. You guys, thank you for your opportunity.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to know when we post new content.